remember when you met him? Personally, do you remember that?
Vaguely. When I met him, I was a little girl. That was many years ago. And he was a lawyer and I was a social worker.
How old were you?
How
old were you at that time?
I think I was 20-something. I must have been 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 21 or 22. I was very young. There was a huge gap between us. He was almost 20 years older than me.
And? You liked him? Or at first glance, or not?
He never even asked me to marry him. He just said that one day, because we had a relationship, I had met him in the meetings, and I had met him when he asked me to raise funds for the African National Congress. And then he just said one day, oh, you can take the car and go and tell your parents that I'm marrying you. He was that type of person, so arrogant. So arrogant and very authoritative. He gave, he gave instructions. You have to do this, you have to do that. That was him. He just said, you're going to marry me. Go and tell your parents that I'm going to marry you on such and such a day. That was Madiba.
And what was your answer?
I did what he instructed me to do as a young girl. Probably if I was older, I would have fought him. I was just young girl. I said, I haven't got much time. I just go and tell your parents we are getting married. Then he continued working as a lawyer. He gave me a car, put me in the car, and said, go and tell them.
When did you marry? In a church or not?
Yes, we married in church.
In church? Which church?
Methodist church.
But where?
Right at home, it is called Eastern Pondoland.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. And in the rural areas, not in town, but in the village.
Do you remember your dress?
I remember.
Your dress, how you were dressed on that day.
In fact, the dress was sold by one of his friends. He just brought some friend of his and said, make her a dress, we're getting married. I remember the pattern of the dress, it was very pretty, but he was in charge of everything. He ordered this woman, who was his friend, to make the dress, and then said, go and tell your parents I'm getting married. Then he continued to do his political work, and then when the day came, we went to get married, went to church, and there got into the car back to Johannesburg.
So not much.
He had very little time for anything else except his struggle, except the ANC. He was the ANC itself. It was in his blood.
But you did like it, or?
I liked it.
You like it, the fact that he was so...
Well, I am ANC now, and he's not there. I remained representing all his wishes. I am the African National Congress.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.